Today we're gonna be building up a pig pen or a Daeodon pen, better yet, known as an ark. You know, it's just gonna be for just aesthetic reasons, nothing really functional. Um, we're building a ranch, so I think it's pretty common to have a pig pen on the ranch, and we tamed up Daeodons last episode, not intentionally, was not the plan. Actually, this was supposed to be the plan, but yeah, we saw a high level, so we went for it. So I've already went ahead and got the foundation for these done. This is gonna be like a little building. Um, I don't think I'm gonna use it for anything. It's probably just gonna be empty. I will post it in my Discord for any of the builds I have here. I've got the farmhouse up. I've got the stables. I'll get the butcher shop here soon. Um, that's not there because it's not a finished build, and I need to work on that. And so this will be in there shortly after that. So let's see. I want to start off with I think the walls. Yeah, I do have a reference picture that I'm kind of following here. So because to be honest with you, I don't know what you would usually do for a pig pen. So yeah, this is kind of the I think I know what I'm doing, but I could be wrong. So yeah, let's see. So I want a door here. I do know that. Now, I don't think a Daedon can fit through a double door. We'll have to see. Of course, I am way down, so that's kind of a shame. But yeah, we'll turn on auto run and we'll talk about something. I got a good saddle for the Daedon. I found this inside a Dragon Horde drop. I went ahead and did one of them. I got that. Actually, no, I got this out of a drop. I got a good pair of Desert Claw. There we go. That's what I'm thinking. So can Daeodons? Okay, they can. They cannot. I mean, they should be able to, but they can't. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. There is plenty of room on both sides. Okay, so they can't fit through a double door. Of course, it could just be the fact that I am, you know, slowly walking through here. But yeah, so we'll just leave it at double door. Um, Nothing too bad. Hello, Galley. Can you please get out of the way? But yeah, we'll leave it as that. This building isn't gonna be functionally, so I mean the main parts can be up there. But yeah, so let's place up some walls here as well. Yep, we just want normal walls, and then we will get into really the main portion of this. But if you guys find yourself enjoying this one, leave a like. And if you haven't, go ahead and subscribe. I appreciate it. I think I'm going to do this door here because this is supposed to be like a little entryway. So I think I'm going to do that. And then I might be able to do this. Let me see. Let me see what I can do. I need a quarter wall. Because it's supposed to be like, that's supposed to be like the entryway. So if I can get a quarter wall here and if I can snap off of it, then it will work perfectly. Yep, like that. And then we want the double doors, kind of what we did with the stables, which I really like. All right, snap off of this. There we go. But snap here. Can we get that snap? Oh, we had it. All right, just cycle through these. I'm glad they added this in ASA. Snap there. Now can we add this wall as kind of the support and remove this one? I think it'll work. Let's see. No. Okay. Um, we could leave that. I am fine with leaving that right there, like so. It could be an option. Let me do that. Let's just leave it there. Um, Kind of sucks that there's just gonna be a random X there, but it doesn't look bad. It doesn't look horrible, to be honest. So I'm fine with it, and we'll just double door right here. Get the right snap. Um, oh yeah, that's right. Pick up this wall first, and then do this one. And I think I had it right there. Yeah, right there. And then we can put this door well, that right there. And then we just want normal here and normal, not there, not there. We want normal right here. All right, sweet. Now I could kind of do what I did there with this right there. That could be an option. Honestly, we'll see how that looks, and we'll do it differently here. We'll put 2 quarter walls so that way it kind of matches the angle. Well, not the angle, the look to it, because we're not putting that many skins on this, so we won't need all the stuff to look really good. Okay, so we want it here and here, and we want to place the double door like that. If the window wasn't like cut off right there, I would probably put the window just to make it look like there's a reason. But yeah, that's gonna look good. Yeah, that's gonna look perfect. To be honest though, I kind of wish it was right here. Yeah, let's put it. Well, no, because if I put it here, then it won't leave a lot of room. Okay, it's got to go here. It's fine. I just wish the ramp up was just a little bit better. But we'll put a ramp. Sure, why not? All right, so the next part, well, actually, we'll finish this off. Actually, let's do that. We want this to go here, like this, and like that, right here, and then, I did have a plan for this. Now I don't know the plan. Um, we'll leave it like that for the moment. Can we get? Is this gonna be like an even snap up? No. Okay, so we need the quarter. Probably gonna take a lot more. Can we get the right snap there? There we go. Right there. Yeah, perfect. Gonna need a lot more ramps now. Quite a few more. Okay, sweet. Give me 1 second. Let me get those crafted up. All right, let's get these placed. I think 15 more should be enough to finish it off. Nope, wrong one. Gotta recycle this. I really wish they'd add a button to go backwards in that, because that'd be nice. But Q is already taken up, so it'd have to be something else. All right, perfect. And I'll probably go ahead and craft up just a few more just to add. Well, we might have enough here, actually. We'll see. We'll have to see. Yep. And then I think this to go. Yeah, just overhang just a little bit. And I'm gonna need some more. That's fine. That's okay. Run back over here though, because I need some sloped walls. So I need what, 4? But yeah, I think this is gonna be cool. I mean, it's. Oh, we need more of those. Okay. Sure. I think this build's gonna look nice. It's aesthetic, just like the stables. They aren't really being used. They're just there to add life to the builds. Actually, just the build area. I need to get the fence up. I've ran into so many bison just wandering into here that they start attacking. And honestly, that's the only problem I've had is with bison. The aloes kind of stay over there. RGs stay over there. Sabertooth stays over there. I mean, the beavers, every once in a while, I accidentally hit one, but outside of that, not really a big issue. And I just realized something. I'm going to have... What? That won't work. I just realized that. Unless... No, because nothing's... I don't think anything snaps to that. We just need 2 of these. And these are going to be windows. Yeah, they're going to be windows. Just so there's airflow. I don't know if you guys ever been near pigs, but they kind of produce a nice, lovely aroma. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Unless I can do some little trickery here. But I don't think anything snaps off of quarter pieces. No. That's what I was scared of. That's great, because I really want that. I want this peak. I could do ramps, I think, but they're gonna be too short. I really wanted this high peak. Let's just go for ramps. Yeah. It's not gonna ruin it. I think it might make it look better. I feel like this is gonna look just a little too tall, so that'll be fine. We'll shorten it up. I know it's Daeodons, but you know what? It'll be fine. They will be okay, and probably even better with it being shortened. Okay. I was like, what is really holding all this up? But it's just one little window. There we go. All right, let's see what the ramps look like. Are they gonna be not enough? Is the real question. Like, is it gonna be one of those things where it's just not possible? That could be a thing. Yeah, because that's still an issue at this point. I think. Let's see. This will be our test right here. So that works there. Yeah, it's still going to be just a little off. I have an idea. And I think it'll actually, because I was saying they kind of stink, pigs. Even though I think they're classified as like one of the cleanest animals. I do believe so. I could be wrong. Don't fact check me. We're gonna do what we did with the stables. I think that'll kind of incorporate all the builds together when it comes to doing this. All right, so we want these. We want the thin. We only want to go. Can we halfway up, and then we'll see what that looks like. Right there. Oh, come on, work with me here. Yeah, right, like that. Like that. I think we want every snap point right here. Yes. And then, do we want full ramps right there? I don't think that's going to look good if we go a full ramp. No, because it's going to snap. Wait a second. Actually, I think I may have figured out what I want to do. I think I want it to look like this. Yeah, I like this a lot better. And then we can go full there. A full right there. Like that. Yeah, that works out a lot better. And then I need 2 more for that. And then we want some quarter walls again. Just to kind of... Oh, not all of them. Just a few. I think this will look good. Well, maybe. Because, yeah, that doesn't snap right there. Yeah, that... I don't necessarily know about that. Well, let's see. Can I get this to snap off the bottom? I might have to get up there. Actually, no, I like it. Yeah, I do. Well, because this is technically going to be a wooden roof. The stone is going to be the build, but the roof will be wooden. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we can do, and then we just want these to be normal walls because that'll be our ventilation right there, and right there I have enough for that. Let's see. Just one of those, and then I think I have enough sloped. Need another 2 of them. I'll need a few more here in a little bit, but we can get to that after a while because it's gonna take a minute to get this fully finished. We want this there, not the door. We want that. Yeah, I like this. And then we'll just go ahead and put the cosmetics on just so I can kind of see what we're working with here. Frontier. Yeah. We'll just kind of see. We'll see what we're working with. You know, if it looks really good, then I'll just go ahead and leave it. Let's see. Yeah. I like it. And we're going to do the overhang little thing like this. That way it looks just a little bit more finished, polished off. Something like this. And we're going to run out of these. The original plan was not to have this many ramps. So that kind of threw it off, and we'll pull these up. We don't need these. Sweet. And what I might do is actually do this. Just because it looks like it's not coming up to anything. We might just throw these vertical. Yeah, like this. Just kind of cap it off. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that looks good. I really do like that. I'm baffled just by adding that how much better I like that. That's honestly, yeah, looks good. We'll finish the ramps here in a second. We'll get this going. Hold on. Let's get into the juicy part. Let's get the too many of those. The big part here. The fence, you know, cuz you got to have something to hold in a bunch of pigs. And I really need these to not snap where they're snapping. Like, I wish I could disable. Like, I want them to... Oh, right there. Actually. Come here. Go back. Nope. Right there. Okay, sweet. Now, ideally, we don't want it to be too much bigger. Because, actually, no, we want it to be taller. We want it to be just a little bit more... A little bit taller. So, what we'll do is... We'll push this out sideways. We'll put a full... Nope, that's still too tall. Can we get a full... Oh, I passed it. Okay. Oh, you can't snap in the middle. I need this to be, like, right in the middle. But how does that look next to the Daeodon? You know? It doesn't look horrible. The Daeodon's head is below it. Can it jump over it? Let's just see. Yes. Okay. So, yeah, we want that about halfway. So, we'll go just one more over like this. And then we'll just cycle and try to line this up as best as we can with these. This is going to be... This part's not going to be snapped on, so this might be a little... Let me unlock. Nope. Okay. Lock height. Yes. All right. So let's rotate it. Right there. I think that's going to look good. Will that look good? I think so. Let's see. Can I run one vertical? Oh, horizontal. Think so. Let me see. Yeah, like that. And then That adds the perfect, correct? I think that's good. Yeah, because this one's going to be horizontal now. Well, not horizontal, but thin. This will be like this. Okay, that removed everything. Um, all right, let me do some testing. All right, so I've got this. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, it looks like a fence. This is kind of what I was going to do for the main fence around the entire ranch, but looking at it like this, I mean, on this small of a scale, it doesn't look that good. I mean, it does. I mean, because yeah, I think it looks. I'm trying to convince myself here. um, actually, yeah, I think I do. I think my only issue. Well, no, it does go down. Does it go all the way down? I think so. I think maybe if I did these as full, maybe that'd be. How's that look? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look bad. Oh, it's. I keep looking for the bison, but I forgot I got everything shoved on here. How does this? Can I get like a horizontal? How's that look? No, that doesn't look good. Yeah, that doesn't match. So I could do that. I could do like two of these. Let me see. Okay, yep. It's not gonna ruin that. Give me another one of these. What if I do something like this? It doesn't. Yeah. Okay. Unless I do it like that. Now that doesn't look too bad. I mean, I don't like the fact that there's this big chunk right in the middle. If it was just one thin one. Why can't we get like a thin pillar like this? That would look so much better. If we could just get thin pillars to look like the top of the railings, that's that would make this look really good. Because I just do those on the top, and then I would so I would do this. I would run. Let's just throw it here. I'd run a thin one like this, and then I would. Oh, come on. We had a thin pillar like that, and then I'd run that, and then a full cycle all the way through these. Actually, no, no, wait. On this one, we can go full. Okay, and then I'd go, keep going like that. This way, it doesn't look like that, but that doesn't look too bad. I kind of want to go just full thin though. Let me see what that looks like. Let's see. Can we get a full? What's that look like? You know, let's brainstorm here together. Of course, if you guys got any ideas, just go ahead and leave them in the comment section. I will look over them, and then if I'll test them. Can we get the right snap here? There we go. Let's go back this way. Okay, so this one needs to be a half. That's the only issue. These have to be like quarter or half. Yeah, half. Because then you get the right snap off of them like that. See, I think this should be, if I'm doing it that way, this is gonna be entirely made out of, you know, thins, and something like this. I'll show you why. Give me half a second here. There we go. And no, I need you. Yep, like that. Yeah. Then, well, hold on. Hold on. Not that one. That one. And then if we did that. I mean, it's not horrible, but it's not the best. I don't necessarily like that. Um, yeah, that's. I think I might just go with the original design because that just doesn't look good. I don't mind this. I'm just gonna go ahead and pick all these up because technically they're not snapped off of the building like I want it to be. Okay. I was like, where are we connected to? It's snapped off of a. I went down a ramp and then snapped it to that. So that's how we're doing it that way. Let's just. Can we get the thin to snap down? There we go. Let's do it this way. Um, we'll go like that. And then can we get? Okay, never mind. Like, can we get the pillar to freak itself out and snap differently? But we'll just do this. Yeah, we'll snap up there. We'll do it this way. It works. It makes sense. I mean, it is a big pig to it be I mean, it's a big pig. So, I mean, you'd want a strong fence to prevent it. Where did you snap to? Right here? Okay, so that pillar is just random. You know what? If you made it this far in the video, you'll know about that. So, if anyone copies the build before, they won't know. And they'll be wondering where this extra pillar goes. It'll be just a random one there. All right, so we want it half. I mean, technically, I can do a full here. So that's the only one that's going to need to be half. And then we can do a full all the way down. Because now we can just snap off of these guys. Can we? Yep. For some odd reason, that works. And I think we want to go just one more. But we want this one to be... I think I can go full. No, we want quarter. Because, I mean, half. That way it matches that. And then... I mean, I could go... I'm going to go halfway out. Yeah, we'll go just another half here. And then this will be like our corner post. Sweet. Like this. And then we'll go another half like this. Just to keep consistency. And then we'll go a full color like so. Yeah, that looks... I like that. Yeah. That looks really good. I'm trying not to go too big, because if I go too big, then it's just going to be really weird. But yeah, I like what I did there. That looks pretty good. I've got plenty of pillars. I'm not really worried about running out of pillars. I've got plenty of everything. I've got plenty of resources and everything, so I'm not going too crazy, but I'm not worried. Can we get the right snap there? Right there. Okay. And then I gotta just remember the snaps. Well, the amount of times I need to press. That would help out the speed here. All right, let me get this built, and then we'll be back. Okay, well, I did more than just finish up the fence. I finished up the whole thing. Yeah. This part looks a little weird, but I kind of like it. It just adds to this. It was flat. I will say this side was really flat. These sides not so much. I mean, it's not horrible. Don't mind the thatch sticking out. Yeah, I'll show you why. Sometimes stuff gets a little carried away. Stuff gets shoved through cracks. Not usually in stone, but whatever. I went ahead and added little fence railings on the bottom of these. Just because I was like, if you had baby pigs, you don't want them climbing out from underneath. So I went ahead and added that. Of course, they're floating here. I can't get that any better, but yeah, it prevents them from crawling out. If it was an ideal world and it was flat, and I was able to do that, it would be perfect. And if an ideal world, I would snap this here. I'm not a pro at building, so as you can see, my buildings are kind of, I don't know, kind of basic. But when it comes to the Wild West. Oh, sorry, I had a random hiccup there. Um, yeah. So when it comes to Wild West or ranch, it's pretty basic buildings. I really don't think they had this intricate, you know, half A-frame. I don't really know what you call this, but I do like that. Adds to the build and kind of puts everything together because we got that over there. So yeah, really like this build. Of course, I have a dodo coop coming up. I almost said dodo cope. Um, dodo coop coming up here soon, eventually, some point, and I think it's gonna go right in there somewhere, and it's gonna be a lot smaller, a lot less of this. I mean, I have to fit Daeodons in here. Ideally, that'd be what we want to do. But we'll go in here. You can see this little entryway. Technically, okay, I only want auto close on. Um, yeah. So ideally, you would want to. I have that one backwards. No, okay. Um, I'd be able to see over this, but because of the camera, I don't see over it. So, in a real life situation, I'd be looking over this arc. No, as you can see here, this is where the thatch comes in. I think I'm gonna pull these because they stick out just way too much, and we'll just replace it with these. Because you'd want your guys to be sleeping on some kind of soft dill, and thatch is kind of perfect for that. You know what? I'm fine with that. Whatever. Uh, and then these can go here. I'll probably just do quarter eventually. I got to go get more wood. But yeah, so I added these little windows. It's just simply a door frame with two quarter walls there, and then I have a railing here. Well, pillar, not a railing, a pillar, just to kind of keep stuff from coming in, going out. And then of course we did this, and then over here we have the entryway. You leave this open at night. You'd shut it so that way no one came out, and they were safe inside. And then I've got this little area of crop plots that are supposed to be like little mud areas, a mud spot because pigs love mud. It keeps them cool. So yeah, this would be the ideal spot for that. In a perfect world, this would be just a little longer. But if I go any longer, it looks weird. I did try it. It just looks a little weird for me on this part because it kind of intersects with the door. So I do like the being able to look straight out, and then the building, the barn is going to be right there. So I mean, this is kind of perfect. Um, and then of course, eventually I will have all the Daedons in here. I think we can fit probably 3 of them. I think so. Yeah, 3 or 4 of them, and I'll have them spayed. Nope, nope, nope. Don't want you guys breeding. I had them breeding. I was trying to get the perfect pair, but just not working. But in an ideal world, they're gonna be wandering in here. I don't know how it's gonna work with the way the structures work. I don't know if they're gonna walk out of the structure. If that comes to the play, I'm gonna stick a dino leash just right underneath there, so that way they won't wander outside of that. Hopefully, uh, yeah, hopefully not. I don't think they would, but you never know. Yeah, this little entryway. I figured, this little corner piece. I don't use them a lot, so I was like, let's use it there. I had it extended all the way out, but if I could get just half of the quarter, um, yeah, that would be great because then it would work perfect for right here. But going a full quarter out just doesn't look that good. Um, I have a pillar there just to kind of, if you didn't have it there, it looked like rain. If it was raining, it just shoots straight on your face as it came out the door. Don't want that happening. So we have a typical, gutter. We'll say a gutter right there. And yeah, this is the build. I think it looks great. Let's look at it in camera photo mode. Of course, it might be a little blurry because actually no, it doesn't look bad. But yeah, that looks. I like it. Um, this is probably the money shot right here. Uh, right here. That's the money shot. Yeah, that looks good. Um, the only thing that's irritating me is the pillars are so chunky, but at the same time, if I put them thin, then they don't look good, and if I don't have them, this entire side just looks flat. Because if I keep going down, it cuts off the door, so you're not able to go through it. So that's why. Oh, okay. Apparently, I faced through the door just a little bit. That's why we got to do it this way. It's just arc limitations. Of course, this isn't the real world, so we can't just build stuff too custom. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. This is the Daedon pin. I think next episode I have no idea what we're doing. So yeah, usually I have stuff planned, but I kind of got messed up with the out of building this first and then taming, and then I'd have time to kind of look at finding something. So might be building the barn. Might be I don't know. Might be doing something else. I did add a new modded creature, and we'll have to just take a look at it if it spawns. Yeah, I'm not going to do a dino wipe. Single player, no go on dino wipes. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, like I said, and I appreciate it, and I will catch you later.